as you are joining, I encourage you to welcome other people so that we can be able to point out some things that is bothering us as a people. And when I say as a people, I mean the indigenous people of the Afro, or every other indigenous that is in the zoo Nigeria wants to have their freedom. We're going to be taking it point by point. For those of you who are supporting the so-called 2023 general election, for you to see the reason why that you need to think twice. Because the more you are embarking on those things, the more that you are giving the Fulanis chance in order to Fulanize us all, and also to Islamize us. That is why it's very, very important.
They are bringing this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. Only that this gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you, to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwuabiama believe they're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses? to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children, the Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigabiro Nebigib. He said, he said,
wow. This very prayer has been keeping a lot of us going, because when you look at the present, what is happening today, everything that our leader Mazen Namdengana had prophesied has always been the way it is. There is no two ways about it. And that is the reason why that our people must learn to understand and to appreciate what we are doing. There is a program that we made a few days ago. The first one was about our leader Mazen Namdekano, his condition in the DSS dungeon. That is the reality. That is the reality. And this very reality, it is a plan. It is an experiment. What is await for us if we don't put hands together for those who are clamoring for the 2023, for them to really understand that the very thing that they are embarking on is something that is going to consume their generation upon generation. The only thing that can set us free is Biafra restoration. And this Biafra restoration is going to help everyone in Africa. That is why the country, for example, Ambazonia, they hope on us because they know the potential that Biafra possess. Oduduwa, they hope on us because they know the potential that Biafra possess. Without Biafra restoration, we are nothing. And that is the reason why we are also encouraging them to keep on doing what they are doing. Because it's not easy to be a first son in a family. It has so many challenges. There is so many challenges. To be a father in a family, there is always so many challenges that comes with it. And that is the stand and the position of Biafra restoration. So many obstacles. Because the Britain, they actually knows exactly what awaits for them. The British built their empire on evil. And that is the reason why that we are come here in order to dismantle everything that the British have stand to gain illegally. That is why we're doing what we're doing. So if you have not watched that very program that we did, the one that says that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu situation in the DSS, which was, if I remember, let me get the date that very post was made. That very post was made on the 18th of November 2021, and which is exactly what Onyendu told Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor to tell the Afrans what he is passing through. Every other routine visit or every other court violation by the DSS, those ones doesn't really matter. What really matters is the message that Onyendu sent out on the 18th of November 2021. We made a program about that. And when we make analysis about it, you will see that everything that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through is a life of a slave boy. That is an experiment. So our people really need to get this message very clear. And for those who are clamoring for one Nigeria in 2023, should we get this message? Because majority of these people are the people who are singing the song of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is nowhere to be found. He's in the captives of the enemies. And now they are talking about obedience. P2OB was a setup by the British to use that in order to make sure to divert our attention, to distract us. But we need to really focus. The second message was about the Afro agitator and the Oduduwas, that the one Nigeria needs that are winning us. They are winning us. Because if you see the way they are campaigning in the zoo Nigeria, with the people that were supposed to be on the side of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in this very time, you have to be very ashamed of yourself. You have to be very, very ashamed of yourself. I want to tell us something. That P2OB is greedy does not mean that he will be greedy where he is going to benefit. You see all these people that is marching 1 million march obedient, he paid them because he knows that he is going to benefit from that. This is exactly what the British asked him to do. They supported him. Nigerian government supported him. British supported him. You know what I'm saying now? His business, they will allow his business to be flowing. They will allow his business to be flowing. So, for you to know that exactly what we are here to do is a very serious business. So you need to take your minds off from anything that has to do with one Nigeria. Now we'll be taking this thing point by point. How many of us still remember Deborah? Deborah that was killed in Sokoto. You know how those things goes? People were not happy. Yes, of course. But today, a lot of people have forgotten about it. I want to play a video, which of course is going to come on voice, on the issue of Deborah and the parents. How a pastor from Port Harcourt rescued them. I want you to listen, because we'll be taking it bit by bit so that we can be able to build what we are here to do.
On a flight from Sokoto, after a warm reception at the family of Emmanuel Garba, father of late Deborah, arrived in Port Harcourt on a flight from Sokoto. After a warm reception at the Port Harcourt International Airport, the family of 8 was driven to the property already bought for them by Apostle Chibuzo Chinwe. It's not just a shelter for them. The property also comprises apartments where the family can make money for its upkeep. For the parents of the late Deborah, this is a mix of emotion and surprise.
Daddy, thank you.
Now, this is the family of Deborah. They escaped death from Sokoto, landed in Port Harcourt. A pastor rescued them. But now the question now is, those people in IDP camp, who is going to rescue them? The people in Benue State, the people in Niger, the people in Sokoto, or in all these states that the terrorists that the Nigerian government have created, taking over the lands of the people, making them homeless. Who is going to rescue them? That is a question. It's Biafra. You understand what I'm saying now? Because it is only when something is trending on social media, some people will come in. Just like this issue. The pastor did a very great job by rescuing them. There's no two ways about that. But the point here is this. The people in other IDP camps, who is going to rescue them? That is a question. Let's continue.
Praise.
Daddy, thank you for everything you have done for us. Daddy, thank you. You will make heaven. And if you are contesting for presidency, God will give it to you. Whatever will stop you from making heaven, God will never allow you to fall into that price. Daddy, thank you for taking us away from the north to Port Harcourt. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Daddy, we appreciate you. You are my father in this land. You are my mother in this land. We appreciate you for everything. Thank you. Thank you. God will bless you in Jesus' name. God will bless you in Jesus' name.
There is nothing she can do than to be grateful to God. She said she's grateful to God. She's grateful to all the people of this world. The day I heard about Deborah's death, I said, "Oh Lord, you are the one that gave her to me." And Jesus said we should remain silent.
We cannot remain silent. Like I said, Deborah, parents have been rescued. Fine. What about people in other IDP camps? Who is going to rescue them? United Nations is there to speak, to ask Nigerian government to disintegrate Nigeria, but they will not do that, because if they do that, it is going to affect them. The Westerners, they are feeding on Africa. That is one thing we should know. And I've already said that as they are today, they are embarking on milking us, our resources. In the next 100 years, it is going to be a water control. There's going to be war for water control. You know what I'm saying now? In the next 100 years, there won't be anything like all of these resources that they are killing us, impoverishing us. It is going to be water. So they cannot and will not give us this freedom willingly. So anybody who is coming out to tell you that Nigeria will be better, or anybody who on the other side of the DOS trying to tell you or intimidate you that you shouldn't do what you're supposed to do. We are freedom fighters. We are not politicians. You know what I'm saying now? That is the reason why we are bringing this point by point, so that our people can be able to understand exactly where we are going. You know what I'm saying now? Because this is exactly what our people need to know. Not anything that had to do with politics. Because when you talk about politics, in 2012, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told the Nigerian government and British for them to interfere on what is happening today, which has been already happening before, about the killings of our people in the north, the Hausas. And if they cannot do anything like that, then we have no other choice than to embark on Biafra restoration. You understand now? Good. Let us move to the next point. But like I said, if you have not watched those videos, those programs that we made, the link is there. Because I know that the Zoo Nigerian government, they will make sure everything that had to do with social media, YouTube, or even try to remove a notification when you are following somebody or when you're following me, for you not to be able to get a notification when we come live. That is why I paste that particular two links on the under the title and the description of this very program. You know what I'm saying now? That is the thing, so that our people really need to understand and get this message. They really need to understand and get this very message. Now, going to the next one, and this is reported by Sahara reporters, where El-Rufai, he lamented and said that terrorists have taken over Kaduna, banned political activities towards 2023 general election. Governor El-Rufai writes President Buhari, reported by Sahara reporters. The terrorists have taken over Kaduna, not just Kaduna, and also other parts of the northern states, ban anything about politics. Then who is that person that is going to tell me not to ban politics in Biafra land? Who is that person? Let that person come out and say it. If the terrorists, the people that are killing people because of their faith, because of their radical belief that they believed that if you don't believe with them in that same ideology, you'll be killed. Your head will be chopped off. They have went as far as to ban political activities or general election in 2023. And somebody is trying to rapport with the Nigerian government in order to keep us on this abject poverty. It's impossible. It is impossible. This is it. If you go to Sahara reporters, the headline there says, terrorists have taken over Kaduna, ban political activities towards 2023 general election. Governor El-Rufai writes President Buhari. He cannot do anything. The El-Rufai is one of them. El-Rufai is the person that used a Twitter in order to do what? To stop Goodluck Jonathan from embarking on cleaning anything that had to do with terrorists, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen. So all of them are in together. This is just a political speech. This is just a political speech. So our people really need to understand exactly what is going on. Then another one here says, this is reported by Tribune, one of the Zoom newspaper. It says, Kaduna train attack. How leaders of terrorists deceived us to release his wife, kids. Presidency lamented. Then another point says here, operative storm criminals, dens in Abuja, arrest 480. That is kidnapped. Then another one say here, OPC, Fulani clash in Ajese, Ipo, Kwara State. Many feared injury. Many feared injury. That is a propaganda. A lot of people were killed. And like I said, they have taken over so many states. The Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda have taken over so many states in the northern Nigeria. They are making it their base. We saw a report where United Nations Security Councils made a publication that the terrorists are using South Africa in order to launder money and also to send money to the country that are paid allegiance to them. Dr. Congo and Nigeria are part of them. And these ICs, they are working in hand with Nigerian government. They are working in hand with Dr. Congo. They are working in hand with Afghanistan. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Buhari gave Afghanistan, I think, $100 billion or $1 billion thereabout. For what? Because they need to rapport. Why people are dying, and somebody is coming right now to talk about 2023. Now, another one here is when I made a broadcast saying that the one Nigeria need, they are winning us. And this had to do with 1 million obedient fitness walk in Calabar, in Biafra land. These are the people that I'm talking to. But before we get to this point, we have a report and was invited in this very program. And who am I talking to? I'm talking about Abba International. These people that are taking advantage of what we are doing. You understand what I'm saying now? What are we doing to them? It is not too late. It is not too late. I made an exposition. I invited the man, and the man confessed, thinking that I'm in the same direction with him, because I have to disguise myself as Ifeanyi Chukwumadu Abuchukwu, reporting from Daily Sun or thereabout, which I started with the alleged, according to the Zoom media, that when our people went to get a PVC, after they forcefully asked them to go and get a PVC by this Alaba International and the executive, that the hoodlums, criminals came and broke in their shops. That was how I came in. I was thinking that I'm in the same line with him. Then when I moved into the main topic, which was about how the outcome of the PVC, he told me that, could I imagine that when they ask people who don't have a PVC to raise their hands, that 70% their hand, those 70% are the people that use holy, the Mazuna Nnamdi Kanu song to chase away Ifeanyi Ubah in 2021 November, preparation of a gubernatorial election. These are the 70%. Now, people like this Alaba International Chairman, Mr. Marcel, from Eze Ndigbo, Newisa local government, when they make taking such advantage, what did we do to them? How are we making sure for them to feel the pain that a woman or a man or even a gallant man, there are so many gallant men, all of them that have been sabotaged by their people in their community, the people that believe in one Nigeria, lost their homes. Their houses was burned down. And they are living right now in the forest. A lot of them was killed. Their families was abducted. Some got released, some didn't got released. And somebody who called himself Alaba International, somebody who called himself a musician in the person of P Square, somebody who called himself Nollywood actor celebrity in the person of Uche William Mba, taking advantage of their position, of their celebrity status, to forcefully ask our people to go and get a PVC. What did we do to them? How do we make sure that their houses have been raised down? Because they have businesses in Biafra land. They have houses in Biafra land. People know them. You know what I'm saying now? To stop them not to take advantage. And when these things are not being implemented, or when people did not take it upon themselves to gather themselves to go to these people's houses and burn their houses down, make a video publication in the name of that person, for example, the Alaba International, or P Square, or Peter, or Uche William Mba, that the reason why his house is being buried down, for him to feel the same pain that a gallant man who have already come out to pay the ultimate price for this freedom, how he lost his home, for them to feel the same pain. And let it be for the record and be a lesson to other people who will also come out to take advantage of what we're doing. We could have gotten Biafra since 2020, or before 2020, or even the time when it was really started. But because they are not consistent, because they are all being compromised. And now we are here. What our people, what are they doing in order to give away, push these people aside that is taking advantage? Now listen to this. This is a 1 million obedient fitness march in Calabar in Biafra land. A place where Governor what is his name? Emma, Governor. What is the name of this governor of Ebonyi State? That lamented in 2019 that the Fulanis are coming in with AK-47 to kill, which they arrested, but they received a call from a high-ranking police officer that they should be released. Remember, in this program that you are seeing or you are going to watch on the comment section, which I posted the link, there is a point there where a Fulani terrorist or terrorists, they say that even if they are caught, they are not going to be brought to justice. They are not going to brought them to book. It is there. In this same Calabar, there is a march in Biafra land. But what is this thing coming up? The reason why these things are coming up is because the people that motivated them to go and get the PVC, the market leaders in Ladipo, in Alaba International, in every market that Biafrans are doing their businesses. What do we do to them? That encourage people, that force people to go and get a PVC, or they will lose their shop, or they will pay fine. That they have broken the law of the market union. What do we do to them? Let's just listen to the 1 million obedient march. Fitness. You see that? This is obedient march. And these are the people that the Nigerian government, through their DSS, Fulani, are killing, and we are here lamenting, protecting them. So are we protecting them to go and work for the politicians? How are we protecting what we are protecting? How are we protecting? It is not too late. It is not too late. Anybody that is, or people who are interested to embark on at least this Alaba International that I have. We have the local government where you come from. We have his name, Mr. Marcel Okezue. We have his phone number. We have his picture. Anybody who is interested, if you are interested, you understand now, you can go and create a fake account. As I'm speaking to you right now, create a fake account. Write on the comment section that I should send you the information. It is not too late. It is not too late. Because Biafra must be restored. If you are interested, create a fake account, Facebook. Write on the comment section, just for this singular purpose. When you write, I will respond to you and give you all the details. 2, 3, 4 people, go there, get a petrol. Locate the man is a well-known. If you go to his village, he asks questions. There's somebody is going to tell you this is the man's house, or this is exactly where he's doing his business. You understand what I'm saying now? He might have a beer parlor or a plaza where they are selling alcoholic. Because the Zoo Nigerian government banned people's alcoholic business in the north. You must let them feed it. And while these things are being made, a video recorded, you know what I'm saying now? Recorded a video. If you have to put something in your mouth to disguise your mouth, to disguise your voice, you do it. So anybody who is interested, write on the comment section. Because it is not too late. It is not too late. It is not too late. We must continue. Now, here again, another style to campaign for Peter Obi. Listen, and this one had to do with money. The currency, all the currency has no value. At the end, what did the person say? To support Peter Obi. And this, the platform that was used, is an Igbo platform. Igbo Dioso. Igbo Dioso. It's an Igbo platform. It's a Biafran platform. Listen.
More 10 naira. As it stands so like this, now you don't get value. 5 naira.
Hold on.
Or more 10 naira. As it stands so like this, now you don't get value. 5 naira. So if then call people will get value, you follow come out. I'll go sit down. The suppose you do better than just sleep safe. Say I no get value. Or yeah, make we ask 500 now. Make una no drag me put for una talk abeg. I dey think of how dollar take pass me. And I dey talk nonsense. If una like, make una dey fight from now till tomorrow. I still be una oga bata. 1,000 na chice. 1K no dey make noise. All of una there una no get value. Where una dey when I pass 500? No worry, 1K I dey come for you. I go still come pass you. Una just carry 2 head for nothing. Nigerian currency, I don't listen to una side of story. True, wetin I do una no good. When una vote me to be, true, wetin I do no good.
Do you see that? This is a debate between the currency and the dollar. Have to come in to say to ask a $1,000. I mean 1,000 naira to shut up. Where was he when he passed 500 naira? That very soon he's coming to 1,000. And then Buhari came and said that the Nigerian currency should not be angry, that what he did to them is not good. That in short, that they should support P2B. You understand what I'm saying now? Now, another report here is talking about a lot of terrorist attack, which was an article. I'm going to read it. It said, "Good morning all. Kindly take note of the followings. The 300th terrorist attack Kuje prison with RGPS, GPMGS, releasing 1,365 prisoners, leaving only 111 after roll call by 7 a.m. 150 Boko Haram terrorists were released." Let us stop it there. First, what is this trying to tell you here? That the Fulanization is very close. So anybody who is coming out to tell you or trying to threaten you that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you know what I'm saying now? You don't pay that attention. You don't pay that very attention. What you have to do is what you do what you have to do with your conscience. Just like this issue of Alaba International Chairman. Because everything that we do has a justification. Everything that we do has a justification. Mind you, Nigeria has expired in 2014. And 2012, Onyendumazin Nnamdi Kanu begin to lament, to ask people that have Nigeria at heart to do what? To rise up to the occasion to save Nigeria. But none of them, they didn't come up until now. Where were P2B? Where were Atiku? Atiku that dried, that sold all the government assets to a very cheap price. P2B that was killing the Biafran agitators. Where were they? But it is now. That is taking advantage of what we are doing. You understand what I'm saying now? So do not allow yourself to be deceived. Just like as what is it called? An Amberian. And help us to sanitize an Umbrellian. Let us make it a very formidable. Just like those ones. He bent on killing innocent Biafran agitators. Going into forest, killing our gallant men. Tagging them all sorts of names. He says the people that I want to listen to, because they are watching, they are spending huge amount of money to suppress whatever that is coming out not to go viral. Because they know that what we are telling them is truth. And they know that they can buy us. You know what I'm saying now? They know that. So never pay attention. Now here it says 150 Boko Haram terrorists were released. Attack lasted for 3 hours. They attacked through the back of the prison, planted bombs around the prison. A lot of people have asked, for 3 good hours operating, where are the Nigerian armies? Where are the Nigerian police? None of them come to save the situation. Where were they? All of them are working together. They are working for ISIS. They play a legend to these people to Islamize everybody. It is a fact. Everybody knows this. But it is not just as we are speaking. You that is listening, are you putting it at work? You that is in Biafra land, you that is here in diaspora, are you putting them at work to make sure that these people never take advantage of us? To make sure that your next generation never experience what you are experiencing now. After school, no job. Somebody will come and tell you that he's going to provide a job. You understand what I'm saying now? Somebody will come and tell you that they is going to provide a job. All of those things are political promises. Now, it says, if you are in Abuja today, be careful who we pick on the road. Don't stop at lonely places. Open your door and shut it immediately. Watch while driving. Tell where you are headed. This is real. These guys are definitely not going far less than 12 hours after escape. They are still within Abuja. Be blamed before leaving. Please go and read National Security Strategy Act in the 1990s Federation amended. Our national security has compromised. That's right. Feel free to share with love. Please. Now, another publication here had to do with one of the brokers that Master Simon Ekpa made, which was on the description. But I'm going to read it because all of this is a point. All of this is a point. It says here, to end Nigeria in 2023 is a task that must be done. There will be no general election in Biafra land 2023, and it is a sacrifice each and every one of us must embark on. It is a must that all of us must embark on this. So you have to check your conscience. Those who have a deep pocket, how are you committed to the support of the gallant men? How are you just feeling that no, it doesn't matter, it is not my concern. I am here in Europe, I am here in America, I'm here in Asia. No, they are going to take your land. They are going to take your land. And then he went on to say that every Biafran watch this broadcast, just like what we're doing right now, delaying because we need to delay the colonization of the Nigeria. To end Nigeria in 2023 is a task that must be done. There will be no general election in Biafra land in 2023. It is a sacrifice, and the tax must be done by all Biafrans across the globe. That is why I said it is not too late to use the Alaba International Chairman to show an example. I'll be very, very much happy to give a testimony in this very platform. You also say now, I will be very, very much happy to give a testimony about this Alaba at least the one that I have his information. I will be very, very happy to give a testimony, to give a testimony in order to use that to talk to people like Anyi Don. You also say now, Anyi Don, after making, because he was on the line, the same line, when we make that very program, he came out to be no, it is not acceptable. Because you have already did what you did and it went viral. Such a thing is a consistent. You understand say now? So people like this Alaba International, at least and you don't have come out to say that no, wait, if I have the video, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play because we are here to touch things. That is what we are here to do. Touch things, touch things. Now here, this message was sent to me to deliver to Simon Epa. So if you're watching this very part that we are doing right now, this message goes to Simon Epa. He say, good morning, my brother. Please, I want to say something concerning what I heard last week concerning Master Simon Epa being in alliance with BNG and BNL. For example, before I go on with this, personally, I believe to do things secretly. Me, I believe to work things on the ground for people to see it. You understand what I'm saying now? Because you might have something good to do and you want to do it and you have the zeal to do it. But the people in the other side, and when I'm talking about other side, I'm talking about the HOD them. They will do everything to sabotage that. They will put more pressure because they are working 247 to make sure that you never achieve that very now. Because such a thing has been announced. That is why personally I believe to work secretly. And when I'm embarking on secret mission, I don't want my name to be known. I don't want myself to be known or the team that I'm working with to be known that we are the people are doing this. But let the people see the result. That is me personally. Speaking. Now let's continue. He said, okay, let me repeat it again without interruption so that the message will get clear. He said, good morning, brother. Please, I want to say something concerning what I heard last week concerning Master Simon Epa being in alliance with BNG and BNL. Why is it that we don't have secret? Even though there is an alliance with these groups, should it be mentioned in social media, knowing that even our enemies are watching and following any of the Afram program? You see? That is why I say even the Zoo government, they are watching this, they are going to watch it more. They will pick it point by point. They are watching every Biafran program. He said, please convey this message to the appropriate quarters. There should be secrecy to the 10 days order given Nigerian soldiers in the southeastern states, and after the expiration date, action will be taken by boys. This will propel Nigerian soldiers and other security agencies to be hunting the youth and be killing them innocent men and women and youth has been slaughtered by security agencies in the south and eastern part of the zoo, Nigeria. You see, like I said, even if you have a genuine heart, the zeal to push this very thing, but when such a thing is being given out to the public, the Zulu Nigerian government will be killing innocent people. And that is the reason why that they don't want to declare open war. They don't want to declare open war. Never. They don't want to declare open war. Because they know that if they declare open war, the international media must be forced to ask questions. There is going to be a tweeting about those things. So, what is it trying to say? It means that they cannot do it. So, such an announcement shouldn't be. That is exactly what it's trying to say here. Such an announcement shouldn't be. There should be secrecy. Planning things, doing things secretly. You also say now, because that is the major thing that is making us to step backward. Because when we keep on giving out, feeding the enemies our plans, it is a problem. Let them take the analysis that we're doing, because from analysis you can expose some things. But that is why sometimes when I begin to do analysis, there is something that I will not say that thing that I want to say. Feed the people what they need to know. Let them see the action. Because when you look at the 22nd of November 2021, when HOD came and told Afran that in a few weeks' time there is going to be a massive installation of PVC, of course that is a politics for people to be happy. You know what I'm saying now? Where is it? They cannot. Because what they said there is that they are going to do that in order to have a first-class information to show to the world. So because of that statement, the Zoo Nigerian government are going to give them more money for them not to do that. Because Biafrans are ready. We are ready. We want to embark on those things. We want something that will make the Zoo Nigerian government to collapse today, tomorrow. So meaning that they cannot do that. They have been compromised. They will use that in order to do what? To get more money from the Zoo Nigerian government. Okay, take for example the one that they say that there will be no cow. There will not be Fulani cow in Biafra land. Fulani cow in Biafra land. How far has it gone today? How far has it gone today? They came in with another publication in disguise of protecting Hausa community in Biafra land against jihadists. Quit jihadists. They are referring us, the Biafrans agitators in Biafra land. They are referring us as the jihadists. And who are these Hausa people that they are talking about? They are talking about the Fulanis. That is another way to protect their cow. Because Ikenga have come out lamenting on these things, even called this man called himself China Songura. I called him to ask him about that. He was very, very angry. That is why I don't fear my enemy. Rather, my enemy fears me. You understand what I'm saying now? They have to be forced to do a little one or two things. You understand what I'm saying now? But at the end, they have to come up with another publication officially to say that they are protecting Hausa community. You have not even finished protecting your own people by mounting the CCTV camera that you talked about. They did not. They did not. But they are planning to protect Hausa community in Biafra land. The same Hausas that Onyendu told them, by the time Biafra come, if the Fulanis do not want them to have a peace of mind in the north when Biafra is restored, they are welcome to come. So that supersedes everything. You know what I'm saying now? So this message that this brother sent to me to send to Simon Ekpa, that should be a secrecy. That should be a secrecy. He said, thirdly, the issue of buying weapons. Should Mazi Simon Ekpa announce it to the whole world, or it should be secret? Don't you know that Nigerian government, through their security apparatus, are monitoring their movement? Which Simon Ekpa said in one of his programs that the international community, the ones in the Zoo Nigeria, that they have assigned people specially, even the African Union, I think he made mention about that they have assigned people especially to be watching his program. You know what I'm saying now? One cannot take because of so much happiness or the future, how it's going to live. I'm very, very happy that Biafra is coming. Personally, I am very, very happy that Biafra is going to emerge. You understand what I'm saying now? But the credit, our credit or our credential, we need to keep it aside. We need to keep it aside. Keep working. Keep working. He said that I pray for the wisdom of God upon Master Simon Ekman and all working with him. Happy New Week. And if the man is watching, he will know that I've already delivered the message that he sent to me. Now, another one here, it's about when the Zoo Nigerian government invaded the house of Master Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why we are bringing this point by point, number one, for you to go and click the link, the two links on that very program that you are watching right now that had to do with Master Nnamdi Kanu suffering in DSS. That is number one. Number two is the issue that the one Nigerianist that they are winning with the Biafran and Oduduwa agitators. You understand what I'm saying now? Now this one here is on the September 2017 when the Zoo Nigerian government came with armored tankers in Afaroku Ibeku in the house of our leader Master Nnamdi Kanu before they received go ahead from the so-called Igbo governors, Ifilefus, for them to kill our people. Listen.
We are coming to you live and direct today from Abia State. These are Nigerian soldiers with the armor tanker at the house of our director, Master Nnamdi Kanu. You can see them. They are still coming. They are coming with the armor tanker. This is a live broadcast. This is a live event today. You can see what is happening in the Nigerian army. They are attacking us. You can see them. They are attacking us. They are coming to you live. Nigerian army are killing us.
They want to come and kill
Nigerian army
us
are killing us.
because we are fighting our right.
Please share this video around the world. You can see the armor tanker. You can see the Nigerian soldiers. You can share. Therefore, share this video around. Share this video. Keep sharing this video. We are dying here. You can see Nigeria with the armor tanker. You can see them. They are fun today to kill us at the heart of our director. Therefore, keep sharing this movie. Please, therefore, the international communities, we are begging people to come to our rescue. Look at the Nigerian with their arms. Look at Nigeria today at Umahia. We are coming to life from Umahia. Look at Nigerians with their tanker. There are millions. There are many of them. They are still coming. Therefore, keep sharing. Therefore, keep sharing. Therefore, keep sharing. We are under siege. Therefore, land is under occupation. Therefore, land is under occupation. Therefore, keep sharing. You can see them. They are going to kill armless. Their friends. You can see them. They are still coming. There are many of them. There are more than 50 armor tankers. You can see them. They are still coming. Look at them. Their friends keep sharing. Therefore, you can see them. Keep sharing. You can see them. They are killing us.
You see, this was what happened in Afarobeku in the house of our leader Master Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody will come today and tell me that I should abandon Biafra restoration while our leader is there in DSS dungeon. Now, another one here that I want to show us, or for us to listen, is when they exposed the very address where Radio Biafra in London was given to the Zoo Nigerian government and CNN carried it. Who did this job? It's the DOS. How did the CNN get to know this address? It's the DOS. You understand what I'm saying now? It's there. And that was the beginning of removing our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for the second time as the director of Radio Biafra. The first one had been happened before. The first one happened before. You understand what I'm saying now? When he was arrested in the Zoo Nigerian government, 2015, they know. The DOS members who are watching, they know. China Sanworu, who is watching right now, he knows. They know. Chike Doziem, if he has not joined the struggle at that time, but he had this particular story. It happens before, and this time around, they did it again. I just want us to listen. And the reason why, like I said, why we're doing this, because never give up in the belief of Biafra. This is reporting from the CNN.
Support of their leader. The voice of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a separatist movement that wants to break away from Nigeria, is this man, Nnamdi Kanu, a Nigerian British citizen who has been on the run since 2015. Kanu was arrested in June and extradited from Kenya back to Nigeria. It is part of a crackdown on growing calls for independence. Analysts say Kanu is just filling a vacuum left by multiple failures of government.
The increasing popularity of these calls is a direct consequence of the failures of the Nigerian state, or more broadly speaking, even of the Nigerian project.
The last time there were calls for independence in Nigeria, an estimated 1 to 3 million people died during the Biafran Civil War in 1967. But these calls are also being driven from outside Nigeria.
This quiet London street is not exactly where you would expect to find the hub of a global network of pirate radio stations broadcasting their separatist agenda back into Nigeria.
At the registered address, we meet Darlington Imo,
Radio Biafra,
a Kanu ally and Biafra sympathizer. Even with Kanu off the airwaves, his disciples remain committed to the cause.
Of course.
Do you think that Nnamdi's arrest, Mr. Kanu's arrest, means the end of the Biafran movement?
Definitely not. If you kill one general, another general takes his place. Definitely not. Yes. Definitely not. We want the referendum. We are not asking for. We are asking for a referendum, which is a civilized thing to ask for.
Analysts say that is a pipe dream.
Well, I think, first of all, the Nigerian government would be afraid to allow a referendum to happen. And the fact that it will be afraid to allow a referendum to happen shows just how deep the problem is.
But the cracks may be beginning to show. President Muhammadu Buhari tweeting in June about how the Nigerian government will deal with separatists. Twitter removed this post, deeming it offensive, and days later, Buhari banned the platform entirely from Nigeria.
And now, they have banned importation of a phone with SIM card. What do you think that they are going to do, the telecommunication company? And some people are talking about one Nigeria. Let's continue.
While Kanu remains in custody, that hasn't deterred protests in southeastern Nigeria, where IPOB had ordered a shutdown of work and economic activities every Monday. Although,
did you listen to that? The sit at home, which the official name was a ghost town. That was when I made, after that crackdown of that ghost town, with the support of people like Bishop Kalisus Onaga, I have to sing a song for them, which is titled Betrayer. Waiting my eye to see the Troy water. Let us finish this and then we go and listen to that song.
That was recently suspended. What seems clear is that the nation could be at an impasse.
Worst case scenario, of course, is that before 2023, the country essentially de facto disintegrates. Perhaps not into a full-blown civil war, but into a lot of skirmishes, into a lot of violence.
An already fractured nation can ill afford another conflict.
So, Linda, there you have it. Those are the...
So, you see, and because that they are now using the tools of God, using that to suppress, to buy our leaders. But our people must remain focused. Our people must remain focused. Our people must remain focused. Let me get that song, which I sing for Bishop Kalisus Onaga for clamping down on, for asking the DOS for them to completely shut down the ghost town. The ghost town. Let me play that song. And then talking about song. You know, I'm also a musician. I know that there are people who goes online to pick up people's songs to officially monetize them in an official music platform, whereby having the copyright. Like I said, my song for now is free. People can use it on their Facebook. People can use it on their YouTube, on their Instagram, but putting it or monetizing it on official music platform. Anytime that I want to monetize my materials, this music, and find out that somebody has gone there to monetize it, I am going to sue that person.
Coming in.
I'm right here.
Oh, na, na, na. Hey, see. Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no.
That's right.
Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I to fight now for children, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I to fight now for children, no. We need this Biafra. Not our children, no.
Betrayal.
We need this Biafra. Not our children, no.
Waiting at the cinema at the drawer with my people. This family way they sin and they can build. You did not build it to make yourself rich, rather to make your unborn generation richer. If you go Western Nigeria, watching the talk about now people in Nigeria party and clubs. We not just make you not enjoy yourselves. Enjoyment. But how you go to your house, fire the point your house, you define my chita, we go take key rat. Go to Enugu State, person we call the second bishop of Enugu State Diocese. Second of May 2009, he enters, she never talk about the killing where they happen for your state. Not to talk about the killing where they happen for Nigeria. Everywhere killings.
Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no.
That's right.
Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I to fight now for children, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I to fight now for children, no. We need this Biafra. Not our children, no.
Betrayal.
We need this Biafra. Not our children, no.
Bishop Kalistu Onage on the night of November 2020 concert answers. Now you try to talk for the people, now they don't bribe you, now they don't buy you. You know when they talk in the favor of the masses. People where they suffer every day and not in the hands of the government was supposed to rule them. You know when they talk in the favor of the government. That when they push a logical Republic of Nigeria, government where they kill the people when they supposed to rule. For example, on the 20th of August 2021, where you say permanent suspension for the IPOB goes down. 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 Yeah.
Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no.
That's right.
Waiting I left in my eyes, I throw away water. No, no, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I to fight now for children, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I fight now for children, no. We need this Biafra. Now for our children, no. We need this Biafra. Now for our children, no.
China Sanguru Wapake when no Femacana run a bar of Burumena. It is to Canada watching Tina so Macanebe listen to Solunia Baniniman. Kitty Kana Wipos and other real sin of Papa Banyabi you got to present. Wakande Buzo Kudo Wakade Behano Yapura China Jubisha Kalisun Kenugustit. Yanamaz China Sanguru of the US. Generation kite buluko pata wena sina hage make sure na nyumu tangurunga maka 1917 aburo 2021 ya melinja kwa kishako sena nyamaka ni family DJ rezo kwa ya limegi eboje lutu bakona lego jilumu nenya manaka kondo sobuza kilo eboje lutu bakona rego jilumu nenya manaka kondo sobuza kilo eboje lutu bakona rego jilumu nenya manaka kondo sobuza kilo yeah. No. That's right.
Waiting all every man as I throw away water. No. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I fight now for children, no. I beg my people, make una no throw away ice. Because if I fight now for children, no. We need this Biafra. Now for our children, no. We need this Biafra. Now for our children, no. We need this Biafra. We need this Biafra.
That he ran to Ghana, that the person that they killed was just a setup, which is very, very possible. Let us continue. Listen to what he says.
Ya dị ọcha boye ebubo ịbụ onye IPOB obodo igwe chọpụtara na ndị uwe ojii gara ehime mba nọ ịnwụchi otu nwoke bụ onye ha na-ahụghị kpụrụzie onye agbata obi ya na ya na-arụkọ ọrụ aha ya bụ Uchenna mana ka ha bụ Uchenna banye n'ụgbọala chọrọ ka ha kpụrụ ya pụọ enyi nwoke Uchenna aha ya bụ Chigozie nwe iwu ya afọ 23 jụwara ha ihe mere ha jiri nwụchie enyi ya nwoke bụ Uchenna nakwa ebe ha kpụ ya na-aga ka ọ ga-abụ atụrụgodi ihe ka a mara ebe a chọ ya bịa ndị uwe ojii atụtụrụ egbe gbagbuo Chigozie nwe iwu ozu ya dọrọ ndị uwe ojii agbalaga mechala yaghachite azụ gbaliwe egbe elu buru ozu Chigozie buru ya n'ụlọ ọrụ ndị uwe ojii n'Owerri ebe a were egbe na mgba egbe nakwa mma na gbogbotigbo wụkwasị ya n'ahụ boya ebubo na ọ bụ onye ndu ndị IPOB na-ehime mba nnọọ ka ha nwee ike gbanahụ ikpe nke mmadụ ebe ha enweghị ike n'ụwa ma n'ala mmụọ ịgbanahụ ikpe Chineke.
Ọ dị egwu nwanne m, ọ dị egwu and people are clamoring for 2023 now na death they go kill una.
Ọ dị egwu ọ bụrụ na ị gere ntị n'ụtụtụ ị ga-ahụ mpa Uchenna anụnwa ha nwụchiri anwụchi na mmehie ha bịakwara ebe a n'ụtụtụ a ya kwuo otu ihe siri were mee ịghọtago ọnya ha ji wepụta ya n'ụtụtụ a n'ihi n'ụtụtụ ahụ anyị enweghị ike itinye nwunye ọnụ n'abalị a anyị chọrọ ịgbanye ya ọnụ agwa ndị uwe ojii na-akpa agbuo mmadụ agbuo nwa okorobịa ego ya ebubo ọnwụ onye IPOB ọwụ onye ESN agwa ha kpawara n'Imo steeti kamgbe 3 months 4 months 5 months ago. Gịnị mere ndị uwe ojii steeti Imo na-enweghị ike ịkwụsị ụdịrị agwa dị otu a?
Ha ma akwụsị ya maka na ọ bụ na ị na-anya the new recruited police, the Nigerian police force, ha ncha niile bụ ndị Fulani and ife famadebe na ọgịnị onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo afọ ma onye Biafra ma onye ọbụla afọ na the old eastern region si gbagbuo onye so ha ma jụnata ajụjụ ka anyị na-aga n'ihu.
Gịnị mere ndị uwe ojii steeti Imo na-enweghị ike ịkwụsị agwa dị otu a? Ha mara ụma gbuo mmadụ ha ebo ya ebubo na ọ bụ IPOB.
Another one bụkwa na ndị isi uwe ojii nọ na mpaghara Naịjirịa niile ha ncha niile bụ ndị Fulani so nwere ihe ga-emekata na ha ga-eme gịnị na ha ga-ekwe pịam maka na ọlụfa ka ha na-alụ So ajụjụ bụ anyị nwere onwe anyị na-alụkwa ọrụ nke anyị ka anyị na-ekwu na ama enwenata 2023 ya anyị binye aka n'akwụkwọ na 2023 na-abịa. Ndị ebe anyị ejikwa ntị anụ ife ya nwa mee ihe onyonyo anụnwa anyị na-eme kịta anụnwa ma ọ bụ linki ịdụ na ihe onyonyo anụnwa anyị na-eme, ọ dị mkpa ka ụmụnne anyị ka ha ga-enye. Ọ dị mkpa ka ụmụnne anyị na-efoli ihe anyị na-agwafa, maka na o nwere ife ga-eme ka ndị ọchị obodo bụ ndị zu Naijiria ka ha mee gị mma meta gị ihe ga-adịghị mma. Ọ bụ ezigbote asị ka ọ bụ ezigbote asị. Ihe ha ga-eme bụ a ga-eme tinye gị n'ọnọdụ ọdụ ndụ ọnwụ ka mma. Anyị afụghị ife na-eme. UN agwalụ Naijiria ka ha relizie Maazị Nnamdi Kanu before 6 months. Ọ bụ na Naijiria na UN na fanara alụkọ by now nkịta ha ga-erelize go Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, mana ha ncha na-alụkọ. UN ọ na-afachi ịgwa anyị n'oge a special council from Britain bịalụ ka onye Maazị Nnamdi Kanu akwụkwọ as a citizen of Britain, mana DSS jụ ajụ ị na-achọ ịgwa na UN na famara maka ya. Of course ha ama maka ya. So ihe niile a na-eme ihe anụnwa bụ ka emee ka eshọ na mụ na gị na-abụ na anyị na ntaramahụhụ ụwa tụ ụwa, and ụmụ anyị na ụmụ anyị ga-akọntinukwa mana itekwa ebe anyị kwụsịrị. Ya nwa mgbe anyị ga-eme ihe anụnwa anyị na-eme ka anyị mepee ndị mmadụ anya, ndị lụzogoro eluzo, ndị bụ ndị na-asị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ọgụ nwa bụ Jesus of our time. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ọgụ a na onwe gị bụ ejesi ọgwụ. Kịta ahụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ife mwute. Kedu ife fa na-eme? And ife mwute anụ nwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'imenye, the Nigerian government DSS ha debelie ọdụ ndụ ọnwụ ka mma. Ọnọdụ onye nọ n'oru, maka onye nọ n'oru ọ bụ na ọ gwago na isi na-awanya imenye ya ọgwụ ọ ga-aṅụ, ọ gwago na akpịrị na-akpọ ya nkụ imenye ya mmiri ọ ya aṅụ, ọ gwago na agụụ na-agụ ya imenye ya nri ọ ga-eri, ọ gwago na ọ chọ ka ọ pụọ ka o jeje n'alụ ikuku, ma ọ bụ ka ọ pụọ ka o jeje n'ala anwụ ụtụtụ, maka anwụ ụtụtụ na-adị mma n'arụ. Asị gị mba, ha ga-atagido gị afọ tielu mbosi fa chọrọ igbugo egbu ogu. Ya na bụ ọnọdụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ. And the report anụnwa anyị nwetara on the 18th of November 2021 bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji ọnụ ya wee gwa Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor ka ọ gwa Biafrans ife ọ na-agabiga. Ya na bụ the thing anyị ji aka. So ka anyị rapụzikwa every other routine visit Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor na-eweta, ọ dịkwa mma. Bụ nke anwa Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji ọnụ ya anụ nwoke ọ na-ata azụbụta afụfụ, anụ afụfụ ọ na-ata bụ afụfụ oru. O wepụtala onwe ya ka ọ gbara mụ na gị na-abụ oru, mana ndị Fulani na-eyi uzuzu n'ụdịka oru nke ga-eme gịnị ga-efe vafa. So ọsọ abụrụ Nigerian police, ndị uwe ojii, ọsọ abụrụ nọ ndị kaki, ụdịka ndị isi fa niile bụ ndị Fulani. So nwere ihe ha ga-emekata. Echi niile kịta anụnwa bụ sit at home. Echi niile kịta bụ sit at home. Onye ọbụla eme gịnị? Ị nọ n'ụlọ. Ijeje nweta egbe, ọ bụ na ị ga-enweta nwa egbe, ọ bụ na ọ maka ị ga-enweta iweli echekwata onwe gị, maka na mgbe gboo o nwere ụlọ ọbụla ị ga-aga ka ị gara ịfụ obejilo ụfọdụ nwere ike ajụọ nnafa nna kedu ife mee ebe ọ bụla ị nwere obejilo ọ sị gị na ofe nwoke ji eche onwe nwoke ga-eji something wee chedo onwe nye ị ga-eji nali something chedo onwe gị ọkwe na-aghọta iche ikikwa mgbe gboo mgbe a na-eyi ụzọ akpati eje akwụkwọ o nwere oge ndị nne na nna gwalụ ụmụfa onye ọbụla mmekeshọn a na-enwe pay knife ya maka ị ga-eji wee fụ onye fụrụ ịbịa na key holder ya ọ ga-enwenalili pay knife ụdị nke anụ eji ebe oloma ịbata na klaasị etu anụ ajụ agụsịgụ kedu yo daga ka onye a wee mee gịnị wee protect onwe maka ndị Fulani kwecha anyị na-akpọfụ mgbe ahụ ndị Hausa na ha na-egbu ntụfịa mana kịta anụ bụzi Fulani na-akpọ Fulani kịta anụ maazị Nnamdị Kanụ expose lufa ha edozie na-akpọ onwe fa Fulani ya mee nchi wee kwuo mee program mmelu wee sị na ha na-ewu iyi anyị ha na-emeri anyị ha nwabụ ndị na-achụwa Naijiria na-emeri anyị na-enyezili ndị Fulani aka ka afọ Fulanize anyị ncha niile islamize onye ọbụla ọ ndị nwa Naijiria na-eme anyị nwe na onwe anyị bụzi ndị na-achụ nwere onwe anyị nwere onwe anyị na ọrụzie n'azụ so anyị mee gịnị anyị kwesịrị ime gịnị ịtọnụ the table around that is why I never watch kịta anụnwa ife mfu ebe a kịta anụnwa 17 bụ ife na-awọch ya mana by the time emechara food number increase some people etu onwe ike ha mechie enwe the program ọfa ncha bụ gịnị ịsọpres ka eziokwu gara ịpụta mana mụ anụmanụ ọ nara ewute m maka ama nka nsi wee bido mkpụrụ mmadụ na-abụ nwee ike ịnọ na desin na my platform na-eme ife na-eme mmechasa njebere onwe m maka na ọlụ na-alụ bụ ọlụ Chukwu kpọrọ nka nlụa ọmụọ ji aka m na-alụ ọlụ a oji nke ndị ọcha na-akpọ voluntarily ọ bụrụ mmadụ sịrị m aghara akwụ m ụgwọ egwu m na-akụ ọ nwere onye na-asọpọtụ m amamịta na-egwu na so ọ bụrụ ụmụnne m ibe na-achọ ka m tụnye na ya bụ okwu bụdat na ndị uwe ojii ama emenata enete nwere ha ga-emenata ka anyị na-agakwa
gịnị mere ndị polisi n'Imo steeti ụfọdụ n'ime ha maka na ama na o nwere ndị dị mma gịnị mere ụfọdụ ndị uwe ojii na steeti Imo na-enweghị ike ịkwụsị agwa rere ure agwa ekwensu na onwe ya jụrụ ajụ sef ma ya akwụkwọ nke mmadụ nkịtị kedu ihe mere ndị uwe ojii na steeti Imo na-enweghị ike ịkpa agwa dị mma n'ọrụ uwe ojii ha na-arụ o nwere ihe a ga-eme ndị uwe ojii o nwere ebe a ga-esi nnọọ kpụgharịa ndị uwe ojii ụkpụrụ isi
ahụ mgbugbu ka a ga-egbusifu ifufu igbu ofa ya nwere onwe ya nọ na zoo Naijiria so omekwu ka anyị si ekwu anyị nwa ịbụ sef o nwekwa ndị nọkwa na obodo oyibo ebe anụnwa narị ekwu ka m si ekwu o nwere ndị nọ na obodo oyibo narị ekwu ka m si ekwu mana onye nke anụnwa kịta anụnwa ọ nọ na mpaghara Naijiria so ọ na-ekwu etu anụnwa ọzụgo na onwe gị bụ ife ga na-eme gịnị anụ nwa amadi anụnwa ka anyị kwunu na-esosi ọnụ nwa na onwe nọ na Naijiria kwunu na-esosi ya ike ụra na-esosi ya ike maka na nwa amadi a kịta na ọ na-ekwu ọ ga na-ekwunye ka gwa na onwe oyi uzuzie your common sense your number 6 wee na-eme gịnị na-atụgharị uche mara ife ikwesị ime okwuche etu a enweta program etu anụnwa anyị bịakwa etu anụnwa anyị agbalịsịkwa gwa ife omenu ịghọta ebe na-ekwu na ka anyị na-aga n'iru
ka ha kwụsị na-egbu ndị mmadụ ọ kachasị ụmụ okorobịa were egbe tụkwasị ha n'ahụ were mma tụkwasị ha n'ahụ were mgbe egbe tụkwasị ha n'ahụ na ha bụ ndị IPOB gịnị mere ndị uwe ojii ka na-eji akpa ụdịrị agwa ọ bụ na agụba adịrọ nkọ ka ọ bụ na ọkpa isi amaghị akpụ ọhịa anyị chọrọ ịjụ ọhịa obodo igwe chọrọ ịjụ n'abalị a 07082641625 0803 2253415 mgbede ọma o ọhịa abakwala ogo nwunye m o ndewo
ife chọrọ ngwụgwọ ụmụnne anyị onye ọbụla chọlụ inye atụmatụ ụdịka program onye anụnwa dị etu anụ akpọkwa n'afa gị like mụ na onwe m ana m like kebe itinye my phone number ịdị na-eme phone telephone conversation and program ana m like mbịa concentrate n'ihe m na-eme anyị anọgo ebe a kịta anụnwa 1 hour 30 minutes now ọkwe na-aghọta and ebe na mbọsị m just decide na m etinye phone number ntinye my phone number etu anụnwa ịkpọ m etu anụnwa ma like ka ime gịnị ka ịkpụkwu afa gị ama like ikwu afa gị maka na mma like ikwu onye etosu adịghị n'obi amamịta na-ekwu na mma like ikwu etosu adịghị n'obi ka anyị na-agụ bụ nke anwa maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji ọnụ ya anụ nwoke a na-ata azụbụta afụfụ ana afụfụ ọ na-ata bụ afụfụ oru o wepụtala onwe nye ka ọ gbara mụ na gị na-abụ uru onwe okwu okwulu ọ sị na ije n'ugwu na ọ dịrị etu anụ nke a bụ eziokwu ka anyị lotakwa na onwekwalụ okwu senetọ enyi na-abarịdo kwuru uche akụkwalụ m egwu tinye ebe ahụ ka m bịa ka m kpọkwanye ebe o kwuru wee sị na-enwe 2 different type of law in Nigeria, one for the north and one for the south. I'm going to play that song, which is the title is A Million Ways to Die. Yeah, A Million Ways to Die. Ifuge ha nwa bụ ndị na-ekwu na redio ha kwụsịbe ike ka enebagharị ya anya ọ bụ ka ife nkwulu ha nwere onwe fa bụ ndị na-arụ ọrụ na Naịjirịa ha ga na-ekwu mana ọzọ ka ndị mmadụ nebagharị ya anya were akọ na uche wee pịkọ wepụ malụ nke bụ nke anyị nwere onwe anyị I come across with this kind of program anyị analyze anya n'elu gị aka mepee elu gị ụbụlụ. That is to say that we are even thinking for you. Ka anyị na-agakwa
ọ dị mma evanje okwu ahụ dabara adaba na mgbede ọma o
ifuge okwu ya dabara adaba okwu nye dabara adaba okwu nye dabara adaba. Let us also listen to another one. I saw this thing on the internet on a fly. I think he's an awesome man.
The situation is really, really dire. Okay. Can you say about your experience in that place?
My experience is really terrible. I mean, you can see I just finished shedding tears of joy that I'm feeling.
I think this Hausa man was kidnapped. He was kidnapped. You can't hear the audio very well, so let me not waste my time to use that to disturb you. Now, another one had to do.
You have also heard that Abu.
This one is the Governor Autumn inaugurating, launching for security. You have to be very strong on that. And never keep away from that. Let's listen to that.
You have also heard that Abuja, where the seat of government in Nigeria is under siege. Benue State is under siege. We cannot continue to just play around and allow them to continue. We are equal to the task. And today we are sending a message that Benue State is ready to confront the Fulanis from Niger, from Mali, from Senegal, from Mauritania, from Libya, from Cameroon, who wants to take over Nigeria as their land. We are going to stop it. We did it in 2004, and we are going to do it again.
Let me find out this from you. You don't have what you call the Benue State Livestock Guard, which is to implement the open grazing prohibition law. What is the job description of these guards?
We already have that now, and they are implementing it. We have prosecuted and already convicted over 400 Fulani herdsmen who have besieged the state. We have impounded over 25,000 heads of cattle. Those who pay fine, we release it to them. And those who did not pay, we were able to auction those cattle. That is what the law says. And so this is another phase of ensuring that we secure our land. We are ready to go with that. I'm ready to go to war with those people who have volunteered. These people are not going to be paid. Those volunteer guards. They are community people who are farmers, who are civil servants, who are traders, who have decided that, look, enough is enough. We cannot continue. We must secure our land. And so I want to assure you that I'm involved, my government is involved, and everybody in Benue State is involved. And that is why you see all the traditional rulers here, all the stakeholders in Benue State, the civil servants are here today. And we are ready to wage war against this evil that is coming against.
That is it. That is it. That is it. Then let's move to another one. Let's move to another one. Let's move to another one. Okay. This one had to do with the Eze Ndigbo in Ghana, because I saw a program, a short clip that he did, and also remember in 2021, our IPOB family members was arrested, and this man could not do anything. He only went there to see how they can be released. What can be done for them to be released. Of course, he knows that the Zunga and Nigerian government cannot release them. And now, this issue of Ibubago commanders rises again, which is pointing hand that he went to seek refuge in the hands of Eze Ndigbo. Now, let us listen to this, and also the statement that he made there, and the one that he made on Ikenga platform, there's a difference in there. Because there in that live program, he stands for one Nigeria. So he is guilty. Let's listen to this one first.
Eze Ndigbo na Ghana, Eze Chukwu Biju the Eletu, Eze Hazime. ụmụnne m ndị Igbo nọ n'ụwa niile biko ndị iro m abịakwana ọzọ.
Ndị iro ya abịakwana ọzọ. O adịsị ndị iro. Kedu ndị bụ ndị iro ya anụwa? Ọkwa IPOB. Kedu onye a na-ekwu maka ya? Commander of Ebube Agụ. Kedu ndị ọ na-egbu? Ọ na-egbu the indigenous people of the Afra. So kedu ndị ọ na-refe bụ ndị iro anyị nwe n'onwe anyị? Bụkwa ụmụnne ya nwere ka anyị na-aga.
Iro ebutekwala ebubo ọzọ onye m na mmụnwa Eze Ndigbo na Ghana na harbọ onye isi ndị Ebube Agụ here in my palace in Ghana. It is never true.
Now, I want you to mark this word, because the other one, where he was protecting the Nigeria, where he made a program, one mellow with Ikenga. He said that he's going to protect everybody. It's two different things altogether. I don't know if those of you watched that very program.
This is 100% lies. This is, I need wrong information from my enemies. Those that are against this throne that I'm sitting on.
Now, let us get that very program. Let us get that very program.
Good evening, great dear friends all over the world. Friends all over freedom, I say good evening to you all. Wherever you...
Let me take you to a point where I wanted to say it.
In Nigeria, those that are good in Nigeria, it's not up to 10% of Nigerians. So the country is down.
His Majesty, do you think it's fair to see if Nigeria, it's over 60-something years, you and I have been praying that Nigeria will be a better. I believe you prayed for Nigeria during your...
Did you see confession? Did you see confession from Ikenga? I did not watch that program. I just came in about 36 minutes, and that is exactly where we are going to get. At least we are going to stay here for the next 4 minutes, because we are here for about 32. So we're going to stay here for about the next 4 minutes. Did you hear what Ikenga said? That did you believe that Nigeria will be better because you and I are praying for Nigeria to be better? You can go and watch that program.
You prayed for Nigeria during your crèche. You prayed for Nigeria in your primary school. You even prayed for Nigeria.
Let me see if I can take this in back a little bit. Let me see if I can take it back a little bit. Where Ikenga said that thing.
If Nigeria cannot make conducive, let Nigeria divide everybody to go home. Because the country is suffering. Over 200-something million people are suffering. Because the elite in Nigeria, those that are good in Nigeria, it's not up to 10% of Nigerians. So the country is down.
His Majesty, do you think it's fair to see if...
Did you see? The man, look at, because like I said, I did not start from the beginning. This is about 32 minutes. So there must be a question that Ikenga asked him, that he speak this way. Now look at the question where Ikenga talked about that he is also praying for Nigeria. Listen.
Nigeria, it's over 60-something years. You and I have been praying that Nigeria will be a better. I believe you prayed for Nigeria during your Kitakati. You prayed for Nigeria during your crèche. You prayed for Nigeria in your primary school. You even prayed for Nigeria in your university. Do you think after these so many years, Nigeria can still be fixed?
Did you see that? Did you see that? Do you think that Nigeria can still be fixed? Oyendo is there. This is the man that called me on the 22nd of November. And then he told me that we should adopt political solutions. And when we begin to speak that way, I have to rush it, recorded him. Keep it. For the reason that made me to expose him. After seeing his program being publicized by TV Soludo TV. You understand what I'm saying now? Let us continue.
Do you think it's possible? Just be honest with yourself.
There's no country that cannot be fixed. Depends on the leadership. There's nothing wrong that cannot, even the homes where we live, with our wives, with our children, with our friends, with our well-wishers, with the even clubs and associations. If we have wrong leadership, association cannot hold. Have evil leadership, nowhere can hold. But when leadership is okay, we can move forward. Look at what happened in a country like...
Those of you who are supporting DOS, I want you to listen. A question that an IPOB agitator or claimed IPOB agitator is asking. He asking a question in the favor of Nigeria. You know what I'm saying now? He asking a question in the favor of Nigeria. That if he thinks that Nigeria will be fixed, this is what is coming out from Ikenga. You know what I'm saying now?
Like America, when Donald Trump was ruling America, a lot of mistakes here and there. The Americans, they know that President Trump was not doing well. The elite came up, stood up on their 2 feet and said, no, you will not continue there. And he did not. Now someone else is there. Everybody wants to go and live in America because they have good leadership. So if Nigeria have good leadership, if Nigeria can...
Nigeria is unredeemable. Nigeria is a forced marriage. You cannot fix it. But my point here is this, that somebody that called himself an agitator of the Afro is asking questions in the favor of Nigeria that drive the person, his guest, Eze Ndigbo into that direction. I don't know what he asked him before that made the man to say that Nigeria have to be disintegrated. You know what I'm saying now? Now you have to now come back again to ask him questions in the favor of Nigeria. He's working for his money. Because this is exactly what Soludo paid him for. He's from Anambra State. Soludo is a governor of Anambra State. He's working for Soludo with the rest of the DOS. So you have to work for them. You have to ask questions in the favor of Nigeria.
Allow the young people like me and you to be there. More especially our young ones that are in the politics to be there.
And then somebody in the comment section by Ezra Adi, he said, please, Mazi Ikenga, this man is not one of us. And this man that is even commenting still believe in the Ikenga and the rest of the DOS. He is even saying that this man, but he did not understand the question that the presenter asked the man, if he thinks that Nigeria can still be fixed. Why would he be asking such a question? Why would I ask such a question? Knowing fully well that Nigeria cannot be fixed. The question that I will be asking is about the program, the kind of questions or the point that I'm bringing out. For us to give more light to the negative activities that is happening in the zoo Nigeria, how people are being killed, how Onyendu was kidnapped, what led Onyendu to be kidnapped, why did he run away from his home in Afaruku Ibeho, why was Deborah was killed. You understand what I'm saying now? How people, how there are so many IDP camps in Nigeria, how governor of Kaduna State have come out to say that the terrorists have taken over all the states in the Kaduna and ban any political activities come 2023. You know what I'm saying now? How Kuje prison was attacked, over 1,600 was released. You understand now? No single arrest was made. How innocent are being killed, their homes being burned down. These are topics that should be coming out from somebody that called himself a freedom fighter. There are so many things to talk about. How people were massacred in Zombe, in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State. How people's homes were being destroyed. How people are forcing people to go and get a PVC using their positions. These are topics that should be coming out from who? From somebody that called himself a freedom fighter. For those of you who believe, you're saying a freedom fighter is not a politician unless you are being compromised. Because somebody is asking somebody, Azere Adi, ask a question. Please, Mazi Ikenga, this man is not one of us. He is hearing the response from the man, but he did not get the message, the question that Ikenga asked him. Does he think that Nigeria can be fixed? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have opened a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people joined this struggle because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because of the speech. The moment you embrace the preach of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that is the moment you begin to see the other side of Nigeria, and that Nigeria has no mecotalism. So from that very day, anything that has to do with Nigeria, you do it away. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. Anything that has to do with that zoo country, you do it away. You don't talk about it. You don't speak about it. Because a Messiah have come. And that very Messiah is Onye Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody who called himself an agitator, we will ask him questions. If he thinks that Nigeria can be fixed. Let us listen. Because there's a point that I'm getting at. Where the man is even, if we say with this thing now, with this response this man is giving now, have already built a background concerning where the man talked about protecting everyone, every Nigerian. Compromise people.
Nigeria will be better. Nigeria is a country that God blessed each every part of Nigeria with solid and beautiful minerals.
Did you see? Ikenga have to allow him to flow because he's speaking the language that he need to hear. But when he was talking about the disintegration of Nigeria, he has to cut him off.
Great men and women.
Let me take it back again.
Turn things around.
Because I don't even think that we can even get to that point that I'm talking about.
Nigeria, it's over 60-something years.
Where lives are going down every day. To me, I talk against government because they are not doing well. Nigerians are not supposed to be running up and down all over the world while we have a conducive country. We have a country that is full of minerals. We have a country that where one can get jobs to do. But because the governance in Nigeria, the governance, not governors, the governance in Nigeria is wrong.
It seems you Nigeria. How much confidence do you have in Nigeria? Do you believe?
Let me not just continue with this because they make it Let me not just continue with this. Let me not just continue with this. So, my brothers and sisters, like I said, there is a link on this very program that we did. The first one had to do with Onye Nnamdi Kanu, his health system, and meaning that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are using him as a experimental slave boy. The link is there. There is another one, the same link there, says that the one Nigerianist, which is Ikenga, is one of them. Eze Ndigbo is one of them. The entire members of DOS, they are all in it together. They are one Nigerianist. They are winning us. That is why Peter Obi can have a massive march for so-called obedient fitness walk. You understand now? The link is there for our people to go and watch that very message there and see the analysis. I still remember as Odinkeman Kandele Nwachineke, aka Afro Concrete, serving the indigenous people of Afra through media, evangelists, and also